and welcome back to Personal Picks. We're back with some more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. Roar! What? Was it the lion?
Oh, that? Caught me by surprise too when I first heard it. It's the cry of a local bird known as a warband.
A bird? That sounds like that.
Roar!
Sounds more like a beast than a bird, if you ask me.
It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff.
Yes, well, I can't say I've heard one quite like that before.
Oh, it's more than unusual. It's endangered. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days.
If it's so rare, then what's one doing out here in the middle of the bazaar?
You got me. Maybe it's got something to do with it being their national bird. What? Was that a gunshot? Startled you, PW? What was that, Dats? Defying Dragon's newest weapon! I call these puppies Dragon Shot Snaps!
Dragon snot.
Snot Snaps. Uh-huh. And you need those, why? Because our hard work is starting to pay off! Thanks to our TV signal hijacking and stuff, more and more people are joining the cause! But on account of that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough. Yeah, there's been a lot of going on lately. You can say that again. I mean, what with the High Priest's fake murder/suicide? People are calling it the DCA tragedy, and that it's causing a real public outroar. Here I thought Batman vs Superman was the DCA's problematic thing. Hopefully, this means Tarust's death won't be in vain after all. So how exactly is a handful of firecrackers going to be of help to you guys anyway? Simple. First, I supply them to our fellow rebels. Then we use them as a diversion when we need to shake Garon's goons. Huh? Like this! Whoa! Will you cut that out? I'm not with the regime, and I'm not chasing.
Don't think I pressed that one.
Your reaction was priceless, PW. Roar! Guess I started the warband too.
Do the roar.
Do the roar. Do it. It's a miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing.
You there! Oh.
That was a good voice impression there, Rafa.
I'm going to lower this, but you keep your voice up. You pick your voice up because, yeah, you keep your voice down. You pick your voice up whenever you speak. Because the last one I checked, it was barely above register. Sorry. Just reminding you. Owie. Huggle.
What are one of the... You are one of those insurgents, are you not?
And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought.
Butthead!
Your benevolence, what can I do for you?
I pressed the button, come on.
I wanted to speak with you. About what my mother said.
Oh?
I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup.
Well, I can understand why you feel like that, but...
It was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him.
And how do you know that?
I just do, because the Holy Mother guides me. And as the Royal Priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see.
Yeah, the Holy Mother is guiding you, right off a cliff. Maybe this is just how Rafa expresses her sense of duty. Unity, duty, destiny.
Honor! 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 You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you and bestow upon you the royal priestess's wisdom.
Yay! That's the best news I've heard all day, Your Benevolence. No one would dare get in our way with Rafa by our side. We humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth?
As you wish, Wright.
Are you seriously scared of a 14-year-old? Well, if you had to spend your time with her, you would be too.
No. See, the thing is, Edgeworth wouldn't ask that question. Because he had to deal with one.
You talking about the ninja?
No. His adoptive sister?
He never really did. I mean, they were growing up together.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
She wasn't always the
No, not to him, but he probably saw that her doing that to others, and he was like, yeah, I know how to keep my head
No,
down.
I'm out.
Yeah.
He's just like, and then just disappears.
Yo, somebody posted an animation with the characters from Marvel Rivals.
Yes.
And it was the diva and the Invisible Woman, and the Invisible Woman's like, it just disappeared.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, wow, that's really appropriate.
yeah.
Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters. We should be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge for what it is, if it is the last thing I do.
Could it be? Is the reason she's so defensive about Inga because she's a daddy's girl?
Barthead, let us not waste any more time.
I mean,
My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence.
I originally read that as my father's privilege.
no. I mean, are you wrong?
Check your privilege.
Now follow me.
Wait, she's sure in a hurry.
Right. The minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to this murder as well.
Yeah, maybe we could kill two birds with one stone. Rafa's awfully fired up. I sure hope she'll be ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair. Right, to the royal residence.
Yeah.
Rafa does strike me as the daddy's little girl type.
Yeah, but I don't know. By her reaction, it seems like maybe the minister might have been not fully set up, but on its way there. Wow, those butterflies are literally not flapping their wings. They cheaped out on it and just put them on a...
It's like they're made of paper.
Yeah, that's a really cheap way of doing
Let's
it.
be fair here, though. This was on the 3DS.
Was it originally?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So this screen was not fully rezzed up at that point.
That's fair.
Yeah. Now, if we could figure out which of these buildings houses Inga's private quarters. That's where we'll find Rafa.
I accidentally double pressed.
No, you're fine.
Examine? I'm going to examine these footprints. They've been bothering me ever since we got here the first time. There are footprints coming from this residence.
Too bad they just kind of end. I wonder who made them and where they went. This overturned urn spilled its water all over the place. It was already knocked over when we got here earlier this afternoon, so we can rule out Athena at least.
Right. What does it say about you if your first suspect is your own subordinate?
Hey, she admitted that, like, she was quick to be like, hey, it wasn't me! That's what I call an extravagant exterior. Is this where Inga's private quarters are?
Watch your step, right? That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere.
Yeah, the ground's soaked. I wonder who did this. I think someone's in there.
Father.
Is that Princess Rafa?
There were still so many things I wish to tell you.
She always puts on such a brave face. But hearing her crying all alone, I can't help but think of Trucy.
Father.
Your obsession with Spider Sonic was really weird. Princess Rafa, are you in there?
Ah! Just a moment, I'll be right out.
Jeez.
I see you're finally here. Well, let us commence our investigation, shall we?
Your benevolence, maybe you should rest for a minute first?
You were eavesdropping on me, weren't you?
No, I mean, yes. Sorry, I couldn't help overhearing. It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything.
You stupid
I didn't press a. I
I
didn't
know,
press a
I'm
button.
just saying if that's what it said.
You
Barthead.
stupid bothead!
You could have feigned ignorance. It's as if your brain to mouth filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom.
I'm not that bad. It's worth.
Anyway, what took you so long? I thought you would never get here. You have a lot of nerve keeping the crown princess waiting.
Oh, sorry?
This was my father's residence. I have already unlocked it so you can go right in. Oh, and be careful. Some dingbat dog got into the courtyard and spilled water over there.
A dingbat dog?
That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth.
I wonder how it got into this area. Do you know what it looked like?
I have better things to do than to memorize some stray dog. What some stray dog looks like.
It's probably Shadow.
It's probably Shadow.
Anyway, it is not worth talking about. Let's search my father's room, shall we?
I am not a dog. I was looking for that damn fourth Chaos Emerald. I really hope she's alright. Also, what's Shadow the Hedgehog doing here?
I am all of me. Walk into
I am all of me. You sure are.
She's the bus with the giant penis in his mouth.
That's a cigar.
I know. Just saying.
I'm laughing that we have. I'm laughing because I see a canister of Florent LaBelle's hair thing.
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that. Holy crap! And there's a lot of wine over his bed as well.
Wine and wine. Yeah. Hey, look, it's grape juice.
Yep. Hmm. Oh, it's good.
What a mess. You could definitely tell a guy used to live in this room. I guess Inga and I had at least that much in common.
Ah, this staff keeps getting in the way. Nana! Oh,
Huh? Where's Nana? Normally... She comes running whenever Rafa calls.
that's right. Nana is...
Nana is what?
Oh well, you, Barthead, come, hold this staff for me.
Why me?
Just take it. It's too heavy, and I am tired of holding it. Wow, talk about child.
How does Nana put up with this day in and day out? I'll just set it over here for now.
Why do I have a feeling Nana is involved and she's passed away?
Possibly. You don't know. I'm gonna just put it over here. All right, so you can talk to her first, and then we can
Oh, talk first?
Talk first, and then examine.
Okay.
Barthead,
Yes.
What?
Barbhead, yes. Yes, I am Barbhead.
I, the Royal Priestess of Karine, shall share my thoughts on the abduction.
You will?
Listen carefully, for such opportunities do not come often.
Yes, of course. We'd be grateful to hear anything you'd like to share.
My father was very likely seeking to obtain the Founder's Orb. But it was not for the purposes of a coup d'etat. It was all for my sake.
For your sake?
The Founder's Orb is capable of bestowing great spiritual power. My father truly believed that. And he wanted that power to be mine. I haven't finished my training, and I still can't channel spirits. He was doing it for me.
Right, I see.
Well, do you understand why he did it now?
I do, but it doesn't change the fact that Minister Inga was a kidnapper.
Ah!
But I guess you don't believe he is, do you?
Oh! New information is sure to surface upon further investigation. Suffice to say, he did this all for me. End of story.
Was he really trying to obtain the orb for Rafa? Somehow I doubt it. Speaking of powers, I wonder if Rafa will be performing the divination seance. We should probably ask her about it. Oh, well, let's talk about Nana first.
Yeah.
Your benevolence. I noticed Nana isn't with you today.
I know not where she has gone. I have not spoken with her since this morning. I assume she must be quite busy today. I did catch a glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. I tried calling out to her, but she went off somewhere again.
A little after 2? That's about an hour before the murder.
Indeed, of all the times for this to happen, she normally comes to me the moment I call her name.
I know it's hard to believe, but even nannies have lives, you know.
Your inability to find her after the murder is slightly alarming. I wonder if her absence is related to today's incidents somehow.
Do you think she was unwittingly caught up in it then?
Who knows? At the very least, I don't know. I don't think she was at the scene of the crime.
Nana, I hope she is all right.
Rafa seems really worried for Nana. Tomorrow's seance. I take it you'll be conducting tomorrow's divination seance?
Who else, if not I?
Good point. Thing is, divination seances are all about what victims experience in their final moments. So tomorrow, Rafa will experience her own father's death exactly as it happened. That's more than anyone should ever have to deal with.
True.
Do you really have to go through with the seance tomorrow? There's really no one else. What about just calling the whole thing off?
It's not as if I was doing this because I wanted to.
No?
Ah! Never mind, I misspoke. The divination seance is a very important duty of the royal priestess, and it is one I intend to fulfill.
Is her mother forcing her to do it? To live through her father's death?
I'm kind of getting that feeling.
Yeah. There's that word, duty.
He said duty.
Your benevolence. As crown princess, you are destined to rule this kingdom one day. That means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy, and what is true, and what is false, and what is love.
Baby, don't hurt me.
And most importantly, what role you must play therein.
I wonder if I am even up to the task.
Performing the divination seance is very important for the priestess. But duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young. Even worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Will it be a weight too heavy for her to bear? Alright, now about Nana. Your benevolence, has Nana served you long?
Yes, she has been at my beck and call for as long as I remember. I have heard she even cared for me as an infant, right down to changing my diapers.
Your diapers? It almost sounds like she could be your mother.
Indeed, but that is a simple fact of life when your mother is busy being queen. Nana takes care of my every need. She is my teacher in all things as well.
Rafa's pool of knowledge seems rather lopsided in some respects.
Yeah.
Could that be the result of Nana's teachings?
Nana, could it be that my trusted attendant has come to dislike me? Now that I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late.
As of late. Oh, I'm sure she'll be back.
Yes, I suppose Nana would never truly abandon me. Upon her return, I will do something nice for her. Perhaps she'd like a shoulder massage.
And yet, I can't shake the feeling that Nana's connected to this case.
Yeah, I don't like where this is going. Is that insulin?
What's this? Je suis la belle? Never thought I'd see this branding.
It appears to be a sample of some sort of spray-on hair color.
Color jet black. I wonder if Inga was going gray. Here, Edgeworth, maybe you could use it.
I like my natural hair color just fine, thank you very much.
It also hides the fact that I will be graying with age, as my hair's already gray. I will look as young.
Is that insulin?
Maybe. It's a syringe and a vial.
Those were for my father's back pain. He said it really helped when the pain was partially unbearable. What?
Particularly.
Oh, particularly unbearable.
It was that bad, huh?
He must have been injecting some sort of painkiller directly into his back then. Not on his own.
Not on his own.
You can't do that when you have back pain. There's no physical possible. Yeah.
Nothing is impossible when you're J.K. Simmons! Ah!
Yeah, no, like,
See?
A, your arms don't move that way. B, your arms move even less when you're under that much back pain.
Yes, my father said his back pain could knock him off his feet.
I know the feeling. I've experienced some pretty severe back pain of my own.
Well, we can't have you throwing your back out in court, so why don't you take a vial?
Oh, no thanks. I hear your body builds up a tolerance to that sort of thing.
Eh.
I thought you didn't want them.
I'm going straight to a chiropractor as soon as I get home.
I mean, it does help.
Yeah.
I've never had one, but I heard it does help a lot.
This is most likely a special ink pad for the Justice Minister's stamp. His insignia is carved big and bold right on the lid.
Talk about overkill. Did he really have to mark everything he owned? Yes.
Clearly.
This notepad must have belonged to Inga. Let's see. Inga's notes. That's strange.
Nana, purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on her forehead. Dirk, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Phoenix Wright, spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie.
Pink necktie.
I mean, it is pink.
I thought it was red.
No, it's pink.
I thought it was red. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's one. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that was Edgeworth's line.
Yeah.
These appear to be notes detailing people's most prominent characteristics.
Hey, there's even some stuff about me in here. Why would he bother doing this?
I know. Oh, shit, that's messed up.
Well, keep going. You've got
He
more-
has facial recognition issues.
Hmm.
He can't distinguish somebody's face. The only way somebody who has that issue can distinguish somebody different from another person is what they're wearing.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm afraid even I can't answer that.
Whatever the reason, it's giving me a case of the heebie-jeebies.
It's as though he was taking down descriptions of people over the phone. That's what it reminds me of, anyway.
What a brilliant deduction. One fitting of a chief prosecutor such as yourself. I commend you.
That's high praise coming from you, your benevolence.
Edgeworth's right. They do look like dictation notes, but I don't know. I mean, why bother describing Nana, who he must have seen every day?
Yeah, I'm calling it. I'm calling it there. He's got facial recognition issues.
Yeah,
It's like basically it's a part of your brain that allows you to differentiate the details of someone's face and actually recognize them for who they are, despite what they're wearing and what they.
It must. Yeah, he must have like. I think there is like a mental disorder that
It's
does
not
that.
so much a disorder as it's just like part of your brain's just not that part of your brain that allows you to distinguish people's facial features. I've heard it described as basically imagine as if you were talking to a faceless person. The only thing you can tell from them is what they're dressed as.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I skipped my thing.
Oh.
This chair looks like it was modeled after Inga's suit jacket.
The backrest even has those fancy buttons of his. I imagine they make the chair awfully uncomfortable to sit on.
Actually, they serve to massage the pressure points on his back. My father suffered from terrible back pain, you see.
I wonder if it really works.
Oh, geez. I thought that was just one of his jackets draped over it.
At least it's not. At least nothing in here is modeled after his face,
Except for the bust.
But that's understandable.
Yeah.
Wow, that's one gaudy sculpture.
My father sculpted it himself from a block of solid gold.
Why does it not surprise me that he was also a narcissist? It's pretty detailed. He even included that personal stamp of his. Hey, that stamp's a little loose.
Oh.
Oh,
Look! There's a secret safe inside.
Oh my! To think such a thing was here all this time!
rats. Looks like we'll need a combination to get in. We can't open this without the combination, but I doubt Princess Rafa would know it.
Well, if we can't open it, we can't open it. For now, let's continue our investigation and come back to this dilemma later.
I'd imagine we're gonna get a hint through Luminol!
Maybe, yeah. That's one luxurious and comfy looking bed. I've slept on nothing but hard floors since coming to Karine. Can't wait to sleep in a nice soft bed again.
Then take it. It's yours if you wish. We'll have to clean this room out anyway, now that my father's gone.
But don't you want to keep these things as a memento of your father? Besides, I don't need his spirit haunting me late at night.
Do you suppose if I slept on it, I could see my father once more?
Princess Rafa, I honestly don't know how to answer that.
Footprints!
Yeah. There are some muddy shoe prints here. Come to think of it. There was some spilled water by the entrance. Somebody must have stepped in it before coming in here.
They're already dry. That means they're at least several hours old.
Then someone must have been in here today in the early afternoon. For our servants clean this room each day. Here in Karine we have a saying, leave not today's untidiness to the morrow.
Mine is, why clean up today when you can leave for tomorrow? I'm really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. Any idea what the combination might be, Your Benevolence?
My birthday.
No.
None whatsoever.
Looks like a 4-digit combo lock. So maybe it's a date, but it's probably not anything that would be easy to guess.
I'm gonna be upset if it's actually her birthday.
Well, you actually, you have a habit of just casually spewing out, a logical answer without even realizing. You're literally like Chie. You just blurt shit out, and sometimes it happens to be the right thing, without even thinking. Well, let's try some dates and see what happens. I wonder what date Inga would use. Date the DC actor.
Rafa's birthday.
Let's go with that first thing. When's your birthday, Your Benevolence?
You are wasting your time. It could not possibly be my birthday.
Oh, come on. It's worth a shot.
Fine. It's December 24th.
12/24. Christmas Eve. Well, let's give it a try. 12/24. Oh yeah, something having a 12/24 as a combination. When have we seen that before? Turnabout goodbye.
Yeah.
Ow! It opened.
Oh!
Yeah, see what I mean? See what I mean when you had just happened to blurt shit out without thinking? It turns out it's
I
right.
was thinking, thank you. Come on.
It did?
That felt like one of those spur of the moments. The parrot. Yep, and it looks like the bottom safe was a fake.
Something meant to mislead would-be thieves, no doubt.
devilishly devious, Seymour.
Still, it was rendered quite ineffective by his use of such an easily guessed combination.
Why, Father? Why my birth date?
Because he loved you a
Because
lot.
he liked you? Hello?
Looks like letters.
Okay, let's see what's in here. This looks like a letter or something. Let's see. Dear Father, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You're always so kind and I love you very much. I hope you live to be 100 years old. Love, Rafa.
Oh.
It's snowing on Mount Fuji. She's a Game Grumps fan too.
I wrote this to my father when I was 8 years old. Father, why would you hold on to something so childish and stupid?
Because it wasn't.
There are some other papers in here. Garan assassination plan?
Oh, shit.
Once I poison the queen, the throne will be mine. The spiritual power I obtain from the treasure will back up my claim. In the meantime, the secret police are to keep a close watch on Garan. This is a plan for his. This is the plan for his coup d'état.
What? Give me that! I don't understand!
It seems Justice Minister Ingo is plotting the assassination of the Queen.
This can't be true. Father would never harm Mother.
Oh, Rafa, this has to be come as a terrible shock. J.K. Simmons would never murder somebody.
He won over Spider-Man's photos, but not just anybody.
He did. He wanted pictures of Spider Sonic, not this.
Oh my god.
There's a photo in here too.
Oh, it's so cute.
It's of a woman and a baby. I wonder who they are.
Oh, gee, I wonder what I see in the background.
On the far left, there's a law book with a mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it.
This is not Rafa's mom. Well, I mean, no, it is Rafa's mom, but Rafa's mom is not the queen. She's related to Dirk.
Keep going.
She's Dirk's
Keep
daughter.
going.
Wait, that's...
Your benevolence?
How can this be?
She passed out.
Princess!
Explosion!
She's looking
Blah.
incredibly pale. Your benevolence, are you alright?
All right, how can I be all right?
Huh?
All that I have believed. It was all lies.
Afraid I don't follow. What the heck is she talking about? Can I ask who the woman is in this picture?
How should I know? It seems I didn't know anything that was going on.
Doesn't look like I'm going to get much more out of her while she's like this.
Picture from Inga's safe shows a woman, a baby, and a law book that has a mark branded on it.
Mother.
Huh?
I must ask my mother about the secret she is hiding.
What secret?
I must go. Goodbye.
Wait. What was that all about? It's like her mind was off somewhere else.
It appears this photo really upset her.
Wonder who the lady in this picture is.
Stop! Shadow, come back here!
Wait, that sounds like Albie and Shadow.
That's odd. Commoners aren't normally allowed in this area. I wonder what's afoot.
Okay, I guess we can go outside.
I'm nailing these right one after the other with these guesses, aren't I? You're not gonna tell me. I know you're not.
Well, we're gonna find out anyway.
I know.
Because you know with this picture that could very easily just be what's his name, Nayuta. Because he is related to he is Dirk's son, biological son.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
It could be Nayuta.
But why would such a thing be in Garan?
Maybe because the original queen was Dirk's wife.
Yeah, and
Maybe he was keeping
Nayuta
it-
is older than she is.
Yeah, maybe it could have been blackmail for Dirk, because he has been blackmailing Dirk this whole time.
Maybe maybe the old queen was murdered while she was still pregnant.
Maybe that assassination plan for Garan wasn't the only assassination plan he had. Maybe he plotted to assassinate he's probably had both queens in mind.
Yeah.
No!
Ah, Edgeworth.
Do you like my new necktie? I think it's rather fetching.
It's very fluffy.
I hope one of you has a good explanation for this.
I'm so sorry.
Hi, Albie.
No, Shadow, bad dog, leave this man's frilly thingamajig alone.
If you kindly detach your dog from my cravat.
Right away, sir. Just hold still and...
And? Stop pulling like that! You'll only stretch the fabric!
Shadow, let go of this cravata call it. This isn't working. I'll have to pull harder then. 1, 2...
Wait, what are you?
3! Come on!
No!
Yeah, they're choking him. They're choking
Yeah, I know. I see that.
Were you trying to kill me?
I'm really sorry, mister. My dog has a habit of attacking frilly things like that.
Maybe for his sake, he should stick to more traditional targets like cars or his tail.
What's worse, he snuck in here again today and stole some weird-looking hat.
Naina's hat.
Can I get a... What? Can we check the court record for a second?
What do you want to check?
I want to see what Naina looks like, just for a second.
Purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on her forehead.
I get that, but I want to see her
The actual
actual
profile.
photo, her profile photo.
Oh. Is it in here? Yes, it is.
Huh. Okay. Alright.
I don't know.
I thought you read that.
I
Sorry.
don't know if I did.
Want to try it again?
Yeah, no, I didn't read that.
I don't know if I don't know what to do anymore. Bad dog, you're a very bad dog.
Wine. Wait a second. I've seen that hat before. Albie, could I see that hat again?
Sure.
Wait, Isn't this Naina's hat? But I thought she disappeared.
Shadow swiped it from someone.
Albie, how exactly did Shadow get this?
Allow me to explain. It all started when we were on a walk through the bazaar today. When suddenly Thats popped out of a manhole.
Ha! Fangs of the Defiant Dragons! Ha! The Sarble is here! Say, you want to join our cause, kid?
Huh?
We have cookies.
Oh, okay. Naturally, I was super startled by that weirdo sudden disappearance.
Appearance.
Or appearance. Bleh.
Sorry, trying to read through the arm of a microphone is hard.
Roar.
Rawr.
Rough, rough.
And do the roar.
Back!
Rawr.
Back, dog of the Garan regime!
Huh? But this is my dog, Shadow.
Defiant Dragon's secret weapon! Dragon Snot Snaps! Achoo!
No, Popo.
Ooh. Oh man, the look on your face, that was classic!
He just sounds like a delinquent.
The sudden bang of the firecrackers spooked Shadow and he ran off into the crowds. Ah! Shadow, come back here!
That'll teach you, Garon's lapdog. You there, what do you think you're doing? Oh, God.
That's when a policeman came running over and hauled That's away.
He is a 46-year-old man, ladies and gentlemen. And yet he still acts like a 16-year-old. Hey, you're only as old as you feel, right?
Age is just a number.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
That happened right around 2 p.m. if I remember. Why is everything happening at 2?
I'm not even going to pretend I know what Dats was trying to do.
I chased right after Shadow, and when I finally caught up to him here in the palace courtyard, he had this in his mouth.
2 p.m., That's about an hour before the minister's death.
Nana supposedly went missing after the murder. But this would place her here at the palace around 2.
Good gravy.
Actually, I just remembered. I saw something pretty amazing around that time, too.
Something amazing? So, Albie, what was it you saw that was so amazing?
I saw somebody fly in the air. No, I saw Her Eminence Queen Garon channeling a spirit.
Is it really that big of a deal to see her channeling someone?
You bet it is. Commoners are never allowed to hold the sacred right. Behold the sacred right.
Oh, can you tell me more?
Of course. I'm always happy to explain. I believe it was around 2:10 today. I got lost on the palace grounds while looking for Shadow. Oh, what is this place? It gives me the creeps. Where could Shadow have gone? In my search, I took a peek into a small room, and that's when I saw Queen Garon. She was channeling a spirit for a neighboring kingdom's king. That's...
I saw...
I saw her transform right before my eyes. I was so excited I had to take a picture of it.
You took a picture?
I know I shouldn't have, but I just couldn't help myself.
Between this and the treasure room, Albie's not exactly the picture of self-restraint.
Her channeling right ended right after that, so I ran off before anyone could spot me.
Okay, first of all, Phoenix, you're expecting a 10-year-old kid to have self-restraint?
Yeah.
No offense, none of us had self-restraint when we were 10.
Yeah.
You could have been arrested again, you know?
Yeah, I know. Anyway, here's a copy of that picture. Just don't tell anyone I was the one who took it.
I worry about his future sometimes. Picture taken at around 2 p.m. of the channeling.
But, wait. That's a picture of her. I thought he said he took a picture of her transformed.
No, he took a picture of her doing the channeling. That's what he said.
Yeah, but he said...
He said he saw her transform before his very eyes.
Can you double check the log? I swear he said he took a photo of her transformed.
I saw her transform. I was so excited I had to take a picture.
Yeah, see?
I think he took a picture
In the process?
It was either before or immediately after.
Okay.
It was probably right after.
Okay.
Come to think of it, how did you and Shadow get into the royal residence anyway? It's not open to commoners after all.
Allow me to explain.
Let me explain.
There's a way to get into the palace from the bazaar. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, though. Shadow can easily fit, but anyone bigger than me is out of luck.
You don't say.
Yeah, part of the palace wall is damaged, and there's a hole I can just make it through. I can just barely make it through.
Go on.
I bet you didn't know they have some really tasty food here.
Oh? Then this isn't your first time in here, huh? Trespassing is illegal, you know.
No, it's not like that. I didn't mean any harm. It's just I want to help change this kingdom.
What do you mean?
Well, after Miss Faye's trial, I started thinking like maybe there was something I could do to help the revolution too.
Oh, them's rebel words there, Albie. Maya's trial, huh? That tragedy only happened because of how twisted Karine's legal system has become. Them's lawyer words. Them's defiant dragon words.
Yeah.
How utterly unfoolish. How utterly foolish to cast away one's life for such a reason. There must have been other ways to cover up the crime. Yet, had I done so, my wife would rush to my defense, and when the case went to trial, she would suffer the same fate as I under the Defense Culpability Act. I could not have lived with myself had she had been convicted because of that fiendish man.
This cannot be. All I have done under the laws of our kingdom, it has all been...
The DC Act led to the false charges against Maya and the High Priest's suicide. But that trial would also cause the public to start questioning the current state of things. And it seems even Albie has some pretty strong feelings on the matter.
I knew there had to be something I could do to help. That's when I remembered the hole in the palace wall and started thinking, maybe I could sneak in there and take a picture of the royals up to no good.
You've been thinking!
Oh
Now look here, Albie, I warned you about thinking!
I'm sorry! Don't hit me with the shovel again!
Shovel? I was gonna use something. I'm not Rafa, all right.
No, not the slipper too!
I was gonna go with a rolled up newspaper.
But that's for my dog.
Hey, you've been a bad dog too.
And one for Jenny and the Wimp.
I just want to do my part.
The spirit of revolution seems to be catching on, even with one so young.
I thought it was the spirit of justice. That comes later. That comes later.
Right. The momentum is steadily building, and the tipping point is fast approaching. It's just a matter of when.
I agree, and the public's perception of the Defiant Dragon seems to be changing too. But Albie, you can't go trespassing like that. Even if it's for a good cause, it's not right.
Okay. I won't do it again.
Oh, bullshit! Albie, is that really all you have to confess? You haven't been up to any...
Calling it now,
mischief?
Locke's appearing.
And when I say you, I mean Shadow?
Huh? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Shink.
Nice try, Albie, but the proof is literally right in front of us.
The water and the jar. Gee, I wonder who that.
Albie, you wouldn't happen to know about how this urn got knocked over, would you?
Oh.
Because her benevolence told me something rather interesting.
Be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there.
A dingbat dog?
That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth.
The dingbat dog she mentioned wouldn't happen to be Shadow, would it?
Oh! I guess the dog's out of the bag. Sorry I lied, but I was worried I'd get in trouble. I know I shouldn't lie to a lawyer like that.
No, it's not good to lie to anyone like that. So let's try to only tell the truth, okay, Albie? Plus, if you lie, I have something that can reveal it.
Yeah.
I can literally see through lies.
Yeah, but I don't need that to see through your lies. You're really bad at it.
You're come on, Applejack's a better liar than you.
And she has the scrunched up face whenever she tries.
I don't lie. Sure.
Oh, Mr. Wright, I almost forgot. I saw a couple of Americans a moment ago. They had a really weird haircut, so I thought they might be friends of yours.
Really now?
It seems your little friend thinks all of us Americans have strange hairstyles.
Well, Phoenix does, you do, Apollo does.
It's gotta be, his understudies.
Yeah,
His-
come on, who's the other one? I said Apollo, who's
Yeah,
the other
Apollo,
one?
Justice, and Trucy.
Who's the
Not
other
Trucy,
other
not
one?
Trucy. I can't words today.
Athena?
Thank you. I
No
can't.
one should be offended.
I'm bad with names! This has been established for years!
She's literally named after a goddess of wisdom. And
Yeah, but
Apollo...
he's also associated with blue. For the most part.
She's more yellow than anything, but...
No, I mean, Athena, like the goddess herself.
Oh.
I often see her depicted with blue.
Well, we needed Athena in this game to be a primary color. Phoenix is the blue one.
I know, I get it.
Yeah.
I suppose we have you to thank for that, right?
So what exactly did their hair look like?
One was orange and the other one was spiky like the demon's horns.
There was a guy with 2 crops of hair sticking out of his forehead like antennae.
Okay, well, it's not devil.
Close enough.
It's at least something.
Then there was this lady with a long bunch of hair that looked like a big orange spider leg.
I wouldn't see her hair as weird.
Yeah.
Her hair's actually kind of fine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, kiddo.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I'm sorry, how is her hair weird? Exactly.
I think the reason why he said it was like a spider legs, it was like this.
I
the front
guess.
of- So it's
But I
like
th-
several spider legs draping across her head.
I guess, but I think he's pushing it on
Yeah,
that
he is kind of pushing it.
one. Oh, that sounds like Apollo and Athena. What were they doing?
They were racing through the bazaar with the Garen Royal Guard in hot pursuit.
Wait, what?
Why were they being pursued?
I'm not sure, but I have my suspicions. I just hope they're all right.
Sorry for not mentioning it before. It just kind of slipped my mind.
I'm gonna move the dog for a second. All right, part 3 of the investigation. Yes, we're still going.
You're all under suspicion of assassinating the
Gotta keep one jump ahead of the bread line, one swing ahead of the sword.
Those guys sure are persistent.
Yeah, they even wore me out, and that doesn't happen often.
Why are they after us anyway?
Apollo, it's the royal guards again.
Ah! Quick, hide!
Hey, where'd horn-headed Spidey hair go? Spidey hair.
Spidey hair, Spidey hair.
Spidey.
Yeah, Spidey.
Spidey hair? We're not talking about me.
Is that a trick question?
When did this ever come up before? We know you're hiding somewhere around here!
Apollo, that weird-looking bird over there. Did it just...
Yeah, it did. It's called a warbad, and... You know what? I'll tell you about it later when we're not being chased by masked men.
Come out, wherever you are! Hand over the Founder's Orb if you know what's good for you!
Goodness gracious. It figures they're after the orb.
I don't want to know what they do to us if we're captured. If they grill us in those obnoxious loud voices, I'd say after the first hour and confess whatever they wanted, truth or no.
Come on now, you foreign devils! This has gone far enough! You must not keep our evidence waiting any longer!
Goodness gracious. We gotta get out of here. There must be a safe place to hide somewhere.
Gee, I wonder. You know about it, so you might as well use it.
Maybe we can hide here.
No way! They find us in no time.
Stay where you are!
They're closing in on us.
We've got to find a place to hide.
Did I really select the turnip thing? Fuck off, game!
Look, a manhole. That's right.
Really? That was like 1 pixel off, game. Are you serious? Hey, son, do you remember my office?
Yeah.
You know that thing that's 1 pixel away from the Cabbage Patch?
Yeah, folks, if you ever wondered why the hell we were being so exact with our cursor placement, that's a great example.
This game... this game...
It splits hairs.
Exactly. I mean, this doesn't... It's real. This is a case where, like, it in the long run, it doesn't really matter, but it's the principle.
Yeah.
Is that Aurora Borealis?
Aurora Borealis!
That's a principle. It's pretty well considered.
Yeah.
Anyway, sure, I remember the messy, dimly lit room.
The file I've amassed on the Mars assassination is kept there. I think it might help you in this case. Do you remember how to get there?
Athena, I know where we can hide. Follow me.
Oh? Wait, you're not seriously thinking about going down it? It smells like rotten eggs. And are those rats?
We've got no choice. I can get us somewhere safe, but this is the only way in.
Quick, before it's too late!
It's going to take forever to get this scent out of my hair.
Suck it up, Buttercup! Former Sadmati law offices. See, what bothers me is the fact that this is his law office even before he was framed, or... Doggo!
Pomeranian.
Pummy!
Nice.
Looks like we lost him. I was close. Dirk's office. How long has it been since I last set foot in here? At least we're safe now, but... Why is Athena all huddled over in the corner like that?
Gee, I wonder why, Apollo. It's not like you crawled through a fucking sewer to get here.
No, I think she also has claustrophobia, doesn't she?
Maybe? I don't know. But she's definitely like, was complaining about the sewer, and also this is a place where Apollo's emotions might be going at it.
Yeah.
Huh? Ah!
Dats!
AJ! What the heck are you doing here?
Garen's Royal Guards are after us.
Once a rebel, always a rebel. Don't worry, the regime doesn't know about this place, so you can relax now.
Good, but since when am I part of the rebellion? I don't recall signing up.
Apollo.
No.
Apollo. Hi.
Mr. Wright, what are you doing here?
We saw you two going into that manhole.
You narrowly escaped the guards' notice.
It was like watching a pair of ostriches burying their heads in the sand.
I guess that was closer shave than I had thought.
Anyway, you're safe and sound now, and that's what really counts. Oh, I also have some evidence for you.
Thanks, Mr. Wright.
Case evidence received from the boss.
So, what is this dubious hovel we found ourselves in anyway? It's the Defiant Dragon's safe house, also known as the former Sadmati law offices. I see. Well, though it might just be happenstance, here I am, a chief prosecutor, hiding out in a rebel base. Please don't report this place to the local police, said Prosecutor Edgeworth. Might as well take a look around while we're waiting for the heat to die down out there. Come on, Athena, stop moping over there and help me out check this place out.
Please tell me there's a shower here.
There's a sink in the kitchen, and if you're lucky, maybe even some soap.
I'm sorry I even asked.
So, Dats, are you guys still using this office? You guys are... Okay, it was question. Statement, not question, sorry. So, Dats, you guys are still using this office, I see.
Yep, except now it's the official HQ of the Defiant Dragons. But as Dirk said, and I quote, we must keep it for the day when Karine needs lawyers once more. Restoring the legal system to its rightful form through popular uprising. You can tell how much Dirk believes in his cause. Oh, and AJ, Dirk said something else that might interest you. He said he hopes you'll come back and take over this office someday.
Take over? Me?
Those were his words. He may have been half joking, though. Dirk, guess what I heard from PW? AJ's become a lawyer. Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you. Must have been because of you, Dirk. I'm not so sure about that. I imagine he's already forgotten about me. What are you talking about? I bet he can't wait to follow in your footsteps. Nothing would make me happier. Maybe one day he'll return to Karine and take over this office. It's just a pipe dream, though.
Dirk really said that?
Dirk was never a hands-on kind of dad. But not a day went by that he wasn't thinking of ya. That much I'm sure of.
Doesn't get more paternal than that.
Dirk. And to think I really did spend my days trying to forget you. I'm looking forward to a nice long talk once you're free.
Alright. So now we can look around.
We've already looked at all this.
Not as Apollo.
I know. That's what's with the altar.
It's where we pay our respects to the victims of the Defense Culpability Act. The DC Act is a heinous law that puts innocent people to death.
A law that's supposed to protect the people sends them to their graves instead. Talk about insane.
You keep going. I have to send the text. You,
Okay.
You read.
There's a scary-looking knife sticking out of the Queen's picture. If anyone saw this, they'd think the Defiant Dragons were a violent group. Oh, that was actually me trying to kill a fly. I threw that knife at it, but I whiffed, and the thing ended up stuck right between her eyes. You mean this wasn't on purpose? No. Food! I'm surprised to see so many appliances here. There's even a TV. I didn't even point at that. I pointed at the bowls.
That comes later. Speaking of which, we gave the people of Karayan quite a shock. When the Plumed Punisher warrior Neo Old Twilight blah 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 was last on TV.
You mean that show where the actors play parts of Dirk and Rafa? You hijacked that in the middle of its broadcast, right?
Yep. All their writers do each week is try to ruin the Defiant Dragon's good name. So we decided to hit him where it hurts.
That must have been real shocking, especially for the kids who waited all week to see it. I mean, the show's main villain was actually hijacking the very show he's in. I pointed at this. Book. This is Dirk's old law book.
Look, there's a mark on the cover. It looks like it was branded on with a hot iron.
Yeah, I think it was done in protest against the Defense Culpability Act. There's an entry on the DC Act right here, see?
Oh, so this is the infamous anti-lawyer law you guys were always talking about.
In the name of her eminence, those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. Yeah. Book.
I wonder what's in this file. Oh, it's full of newspaper clippings.
The arson incident involving Amara's private residence. Amara was slipped in a sleeping pill and perished in the fire. The lighter found at the scene had Dirk's fingerprints on it. It seems to be a collection of the documents and information on Amara's assassination. So this is what Dirk was talking about. We already know most of
That's
the...
Athena.
Oh, sorry.
We already know most of the stuff here is here on top. Let's see what else there is. Wow, where did we get all this? Anything important here?
Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in this incident and lost his life. He was struck in the head by the culprit. The victim's passport and any pictures of him were burned up in the fire. Without knowing his real name, no divination seance could be performed. Wow.
And now we know his name.
What about this? Paul's roving musician father got caught up in this incident and lost his life.
What? Oh, sorry. I'm assuming he would have reacted the same way.
Probably.
But shit is about your father, Apollo.
Looks like it. But I was never told much before then what's written here.
Really? How come?
Dirk always skated around the subject. Maybe he thought I was still too young. Plus, I always thought of Dirk as my dad, so I never really brought it up.
Oh, I see. Still, I feel kind of sorry for your real dad.
My real dad. I was never really interested in learning about him. But after seeing his picture, I can't help but feel a little curious.
Well, now that...
What?
Go on.
I wonder if Dads could tell me anything about him.
Well, here's the thing, though. We now know his name, so you could theoretically do a divination seance to see how he died.
Calling it now, they're going to do it at the end of the story. Actually, no. We're going to probably need his take on the events because he was involved in the...
Because maybe Inga was a part of that assassination, too.
Yeah.
And maybe Inga killed Apollo's real father.
Yeah, and... we can do the divination seance on the wifey, but now we have somebody else we can do a divination seance to get a secondary perspective on that situation.
Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going.
Apollo, this This file looks like it might be useful. But there are so many pages, I can't tell what's important.
We need someone to help organize all this, and I think I know just the person to ask.
Dirk? Probably.
Phoenix? Yeah.
Well, Dirk is the one that compiled the information in the first place, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, don't tell me we have to go back through the manhole to get out of here.
The only reason the safe house is still safe is because the front door's been boarded up.
Fine, then I'll just have to live here till the revolution begins.
What if I told you rats come out at night?
Then we'll supposed to start the revolution before sundown.
I bet the revolution never thought it'd get a new ally this way. Jacket.
Dirk's jacket. You should try it on, Apollo. It might actually suit you.
Really?
There's also a spare eye patch here. Why not try it on, too?
Yeah. sorry. Just picturing you and all that. It's just too funny.
Ow, my pride.
You wouldn't be able to pull off the pimp coat anyways. Only Phoenix can pull that off.
I could have had a pimp cane. Satmati Law Offices. That's the sign Dirk used to display out front. Hey, Dats. I heard the office used to do quite a bit of business.
That it did. Dirk was a famous lawyer with countless courtroom victories, after all. He was the dauntless dragon who turned trials upside down, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. His fame as a lawyer spread far and wide across Karine back in the day.
I hope the day comes when he can proudly display this sign again.
Is there anything else in the room?
I don't think so. Oh, there's
Yeah, the pictures, of course.
Huh? Who's the kid? Wait a second, that's you, Apollo. I'd recognize those horns anywhere.
Is that really the only way anybody recognizes me?
Yes. We're so cute. And who's that fine-looking young man?
That's Nayuta, back when he used to smile.
Wow, his smile is absolutely angelic.
Sure brings back memories. That was taken the day we all went out fishing.
What was Prosecutor Sadmati like when he was younger?
He was kind of quiet, but passionate when it came to his convictions. When he finally made prosecutor, he was all fired up to change Karine for the better. But now he's nothing more than Garan's lackey.
Seems like Dats has a lot to say about Nayuta. I'll ask him about his thoughts later.
Alright, is that everything in the room? Okay, before you do anything, also present to him the file.
Dats, about this file, can you help me figure out which pages are the most relevant?
Yep, sure can. I got the whole thing memorized. Got it memorized? See this page? It's definitely worth a look.
As the son of the terrorist Dirk, Nayuta was expelled from the royal family. The idea that the sins of the father are visited upon his children is deeply rooted in the minds of the Kirinese people. Really? He was a royal, and then he was just kicked out because
It's also the fact that, like, yeah, now now that the fact that he's a prosecutor, in a way it's kind of making up for it in a sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Prosecutor Sadmati was part of the royal family, wasn't he?
Yep. But he was expelled after that whole thing when Dirk happened.
Dad, stop eating apples!
Oh. He must have gone through hell once he entered the legal world, though.
Because of the whole sins of the father are visited upon his children thing.
Yep. In the eyes of the people, Dirk is not only a traitor to his kingdom, he's also the terrorist who assassinated the previous queen. So, as his son, Beauty no doubt got the cold shoulder at every turn.
That must have really been hard on him.
Yeah, the ties between father and son is something you can break, even if you tried. No matter where he went, he was probably labeled the son of a criminal. But despite it all, he made a name for himself through blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, just look at him now. He's a star prosecutor working cases around the globe. He's become a hero, the pride and joy of Karai.
No, that's the Nayuta I know. Super smart and never willing to give in. He must have studied and fought like his life depended on it to get where he is today. Look where he is now.
Yep. And now you can talk to him about Nayuta.
Yeah. Tats, wasn't Nayuta part of the Defiant Dragons?
Yep. Yudi was a rising star in the resistance. He vowed to fight for the cause through the legal system. Said he'd become a prosecutor and gave Inga and Garan the smackdown they deserved.
But now he's...
Yeah, a puppet of the Garan regime. Not only that, but now he's gonna prosecute his own dad. Doesn't add up!
I wonder what happened to him.
Me too, but if I had to guess, I'd say Garan has some serious leverage over him.
Leverage? Like what?
Wish I knew, but it seems like Dirk knows. I tried to press him about it, but he wouldn't say.
Come to think of it, Dirk did say... Nayuta is suffering?
Yes, he knows the rightful state of Karine's legal system. But something forces him to bend to Garen's will. It's tearing him apart.
If that's the case, I bet Nayuta doesn't really want to go through with Dirk's prosecution.
Is there anything else we haven't done yet?
Not really. We've examined everything. We presented everything we
Oh,
have.
the photo of his father.
Okay.
Jove Justice.
Oh. Joe?
Jove Justice.
Jove, okay. What is that a reference to, Jove Justice?
I'm not sure.
I mean,
He was a bard.
Yeah. Charisma level 20.
Yep.
Dats, I wanted to ask you about this picture.
That's the picture of your pops that Dirk found. And he had a heck of a time tracking it down. He said he searched all over for it.
Why? Why would he go through all that trouble?
Dad, just tell us everything you know about Paul's dad.
My father. Do you know anything, do you know what my biological father was like?
Dirk once told me about him. He was a modern minstrel, walking the world and making music in his travels.
That's why his voice is so strong.
This file also has some information on your real dad. It says he died in the blaze at Queen Amara's residence 23 years ago.
That's right. Dirk had invited him over. Dirk's the kind of guy who can become fast friends with just about anyone. And it seems your pops was like that too, AJ. They hit it off. Really hit it off the bar. The next thing you know, Dirk's asked him over to play some tunes.
And then the place went up in flames.
Yeah. Dirk had just stepped out for a sec when the fire broke out. Apollo, you were there too, but you were still just a baby.
I remember hearing about that when I was little.
Yeah, it was a crying shame. Your pops just happened to take you along that day. So you were there with him when the fire broke out. But Dirk risked his life to save you.
It's like Dirk's done nothing but save me all of my life.
All your pop's stuff got burned up, including everything that could have helped us identify him. All we knew about him at first was his stage name, Jangly Justice. Or something like that.
Mr. Bojangles.
Dirk did everything he could just to dig up what little we know now. Ah, but here's the thing. I think Apollo might have remembered the name, but they now have a picture of his face.
Yeah.
That was probably the big thing.
What about my mother? Do you know anything about her?
All we know is she was traveling with your pops. But that day, she was off doing something on her own.
So then, she probably didn't even know my father had been with Dirk, huh?
But she must have been desperate to find you and your father once you'd gone missing.
No doubt. But the Queen's assassination threw the kingdom into chaos. The police were so overwhelmed, they were probably hardly of any help to her. We searched and searched till our legs gave out, too, but we never found her. And with your father's stuff all burned up, we got 0 leads. Not even a photo.
So that's how I became an orphan.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe your mom read about the details of the fire in the newspaper. And maybe she figured you died along with your pops.
I have so many questions as to how is
Keep going.
Keep going, this is my life.
Truchi's only his half sister at this point.
Yes.
They explained,
Okay.
they explained that already.
We're gonna move on because you want to get your segment and we want to get this done.
Yes.
Wow, I had no idea you'd been through all that, Apollo.
So then... Oh,
Sorry.
man.
What?
So then you believe me? You believe in my son's innocence? Oh, it's... That's... Oh, she was doing Tarras's voice.
Oh.
Your poor son, in prison for a crime he didn't commit. Let's petition the government for his release and the Declaration of Innocence. Oh, thank you, Bart, for... Oh, she's talking to him, to an old man in the street. That is very confusing.
Yeah, that is really confusing.
Oh, thank you. I'm forever in your debt.
Hmm? Who's that?
Hey there, Mrs. Inme. Hard at work, I see. Yes, I have my own battle that I must wage. After all, there are many who suffer under the Defense Culpability Act. Thank you. Mrs. Inme, please don't forget about our case too. I won't. I will look at it as soon as I am able. Dats, what's Mrs. Inme doing here? She's lending an ear to all those suffering under the regime's wrongful accusations. A lady whose husband's been imprisoned, parents whose sons have been falsely charged. She's helping with all those types of people. So she's trying to help the revolution along. In her own special way. Yup, and thanks to her, more and more folks are coming over to our side. All the people who have been unhappy with the regime have been waiting for just this kind of chance. And they're starting to speak out in support of us.
The people are responding, and a grassroots movement is growing. Dirk's dream of revolution may finally come true.
What should we do about the Founder's Orb? We'll probably run into the Royal Guards again the moment we leave this place.
Well, we can't stay here forever, so we'll have to think of something.
I've got it. Why don't you hold on to it, Dats? It should be safe here, right?
You can count on me. I'll get it back to you in time for tomorrow's trial with all the justice.
I said stop eating those apples!
It's a cookie.
Founder's Orb left with Dats.
What now, Apollo?
Well, we've got a handle on what happened 23 years ago. Maybe we should pay Dirk a visit. There's something I want to show him.
I'll join you. I want to talk to him before tomorrow's trial.
Maybe you should wait here then. We'll attract undue attention if we go in too large a group.
Alright, head to the detention center.
I love how everybody has now, like, been sucked into crying.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be hilarious to see a cameo from Butts and Bud Karma right now.
Hey, guy!
We don't need you here, dude.
No!
Karma can stay.
You foolish fool of those foolishness!
Why does she get to say? Because she actually has law experience and it has any merit right now.
Oh!
You'll come in the next trial, I promise.
Woohoo!
Hey there, son. Came to see your old man again?
Hey, Dirk. Guess they're done questioning you?
Yeah. You'd think Nayuta would have cut his old man a little slack, but no. He really laid into me. Seems they're really keen on recovering the Founder's Orb. When I wouldn't tell them where he was, he confiscated a few possessions I had left.
Wait, Dirk's not wearing his attorney's badge. They even took that from him?
Right, so talk to him. He confiscated all of my prized jailbreaking tools.
What did you expect? I mean, no prosecutor in their right mind would let a prisoner keep stuff like that.
Did he take your attorney's badge too?
No. I thought it strange, but Just when it looked like he was going to take it from me, he changed his mind.
I wonder why.
Indeed. I find it hard to understand anything he does these days. My kids are real weird. One's just very quiet and does things randomly, and the other one screams a lot.
What's that? A knife! No!
Let me see what you got there. A knife! No!
Your Kirinese attorney's badge. You've worn it all these years, even though all the lawyers are gone.
Yes, because the dragon's eye is the embodiment of my creed.
To show the world that a dragon never yields, huh? Oh wow, that's much bigger than, that's really loud. Than, Phoenix's attorney's badge.
Yeah.
That's more like a brooch than a badge.
Yeah. Huh.
Hey, Dirk. Why do you still wear your badge? You're not a lawyer anymore, right?
This badge is my heart and soul, son. I'll never stop trying to realize my dream, not until my very last breath.
Are they half brothers?
No, they're not related by blood in any way. He's just adopted because his dad and his mom were... Well, he lost his dad at the location he was adopted, and his mom couldn't find him. That's as much as we
Dirk's
know.
Apollo's dad.
Adopted.
Adopted dad.
Just like Marty.
Keep going. Keep going.
Is-
Exactly. I'm sure Nayuta said something. I'm sure you said something, son, but somebody who's reading the line skipped it, but that's okay.
Wait, what?
A dragon never yields, right? Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Nayuta, Apollo, I vow to restore Karine's legal system to its rightful state one day.
I thought it was my line that I read already.
I want to pass on to you a world where you can live free from the fear of tyranny.
Dad, you sound weird.
A law book is here.
Yo, I saw the trailer for that thing that All for or no, One for All was basically a villain. Looked like it anyway.
You mean All Might?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's called
you
Dark-
mean the movie?
Yeah. what
Yeah,
is
that's somebody pretending to be him.
Oh, okay.
Dark Might.
It's
Dark
called Dark Might.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was always saying stuff like that to the two of us. Nayuta, is the reason you didn't take Dirk's badge because you still remember those talks too? I really hope that's what it is.
Son, would you keep my badge for me?
I didn't... Are you sure? I can't take something so important to you.
That's exactly why I want you to hold on to it, Apollo. I'm placing my fate in your hands.
Alright, I'll make sure it stays safe.
Alright, so now go into your, present. Present
The
the pink
badge?
butterfly.
Oh, the pink... Wait, what? Oh, no. I found this in the tomb. Look familiar?
Ugh! That's...
Dirk?
Where did you find it?
Down between the monk statues in the tomb. Is it yours, Dirk?
Oh, it's something I bought.
Why is he suddenly acting all awkward?
I wonder when I lost it. Let's have it. It's very important to me.
Of course. I'll just make a note about it for future reference. Return to Dirk, but a record of it remains in the court record. I have a feeling it belongs to the late queen,
Let's
and
see.
he bought it for her.
Let's see. Let's see. Apollo, remember how Inga said he had someone dear to Dirk? Why don't you ask about that?
All right, I'll give it a try. What did the minister mean when he said he had someone dear to you in the palm of his hand?
I'm sorry, I can't.
Who was he talking about? Wait till the in-betweens when nobody's speaking.
Now you see, son, if you would pull yourself away from your Subway sandwich for a second.
I'm sorry, I've been running around all day and I haven't even eaten anything.
Did you at least share with the lady? No, he doesn't share with me because if he did, I'd eat the whole thing.
That.
Yeah, that's what
What,
he
did you
said.
not have supper yet?
No, this is a joke.
Yes, it's a joke. I actually had
Yep, keep going.
an omelet. Who was he talking about? Nayuta seemed to know, but he wouldn't tell me anything.
Well, I have no idea, so... Well, you obediently followed his every word after he said that, so it seems to me the minister was in close proximity to someone you really care about. Oh,
Someone you really care about that isn't Nayuta? Wait, don't tell me. Is there a new lady in your life, Dirk?
What? No, don't be ridiculous, son! The love of my life was Amara, but she's gone now, and there will never be another.
And he's lost.
Excuse me?
Oh, my bracelet. Wait, does this mean... Dirk, have you really not met someone he knew?
Alright. Let's see if you can figure it out.
Okay, it's not that.
Where's the other hand?
Ooh. Oh, you just missed it. You just missed it.
Yeah, I saw it. The sweater.
Yeah.
No? Dagnabbit. I didn't want to press that button.
Just skip it. Yeah. But yeah,
I'm glad you can hold B and it just speeds through it.
yeah. But
If
yeah.
you've read it already.
But yeah, you noticed it. It's the butterfly pendant glowing in his statue.
Oh.
And it does that when he says that she's gone now.
Yeah. I had a feeling. I know who it is. I've already figured it out. It's the attendant.
Stop it now.
Trying. There we go.
Gotcha.
Dirk, you can't fool me. You tensed up when you said, but she's gone now. And you unconsciously moved your arm, causing something to press up against your jacket.
Huh? How do you do that? How did you do that?
Oh, so that's it. You're hiding a woman's photo up your sleeve. You don't have to keep secrets like that from me, Dirk. You're an eligible bachelor now, but you'll introduce her to me at some point, right?
I keep telling you, there's no other woman.
Fine then, let's see it. What are you hiding up your sleeve?
It's just this. Satisfied?
Huh? But that's the pendant we found in Amara's tomb.
See? I wasn't trying to hide anything.
It's got blood on it.
Then why did he yeah, we are new.
Yeah.
It's fine. Then why did he tense up? Dirk, let me take a look at that. Hey, what's this button for? Whoa! Thought so.
Sad Maddie's mom.
Well, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's also his wife.
Yeah. It's...
It's a picture of Dirk and some lady. She's really young looking too. Mind you, are you into younger women, Dirk?
Dirk, you old dog, you. You got yourself a younger lover.
Will you stop with this nonsense? This is Amara before she died. If you look closer, you'll see that I was younger too.
Yeah, you got two eyes.
Hey, you're right.
Aw, that's no fun.
Wait a second, haven't we seen this woman before?
Now that you mention it.
Isn't this the woman as the same one in the pendant's photo?
So you know the picture that we found in the safe?
Yeah. How did they know already, though?
No what?
isn't Phoenix the one who discovered that?
He gave the evidence to them in the hideout.
Okay, so I guess they kind of like pushed away the fact that they explained it all too.
It's more like it's up to them, you, to look at it as them.
Okay.
Yeah.
The woman in this pendant is also the one in this photo.
Paula, where did you get this?
From the safe in Inga's room.
Apollo. If this is Queen Amara, it had to have been taken at least 23 years ago.
Oh, we know what baby is.
But that's just not possible.
Yeah, I just noticed the same thing. Here's why this photo couldn't be 23 years old. Take a look at the law book. It has the mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it. But that mark didn't exist until after you started your revolutionary activities, Dirk. So this photo must have been taken after Garin came into power. And that didn't happen until after Amara was assassinated. So then, how could Amara even be in this photo? Wait a second. That would mean that Amara is still alive?
Looks like you found me out, son.
Wait, so it's actually true?
Doesn't this put Garen's rule in question?
Yes, it does.
Well, yes and no.
Kinda does.
Because she's a younger sister. I'm not sure what the deal is, though. It's weird. Anyway.
Dirk? What do you mean Amara's still alive? I thought she'd been assassinated.
So did I. But it seems she made it out alive, only to be held captive by the Garen regime.
Why would they do that?
When I fled from the law and went underground 23 years ago, I heard some shocking news from a Defiant Dragon spy. There were rumors of Queen Amara being sighted in the palace.
And those rumors turned out to be true?
Yes, I snuck into the palace to see for myself. She was confined within the grounds, but otherwise she was as fit as a fiddle. So then, the sarcophagus in the tomb, it's empty? Yes, that entire tomb is one big charade. Garen had it built to stage Amara's death.
So we're not going to be cursed by her vengeful spirit? That's really...
Priorities, Athena. She was being held under virtual house arrest. So I freed her, and we made her run for it. This photo was taken back then.
Look at how they're both grinning from ear to ear. There's a fingerprint on the metal part. I guess Dirk must have left it by accident.
Ooh, Mr. Sadmati, I want to hear all about how you ran away with Queen Amara.
Yeah, but that begs the question: is she still alive? Where's this other kid?
You'll see. You'll see. Keep going.
I'm surprised
No.
Amara agreed to run away with you. I already called it when you were still arriving, so you'll pick up on it later. I mean, Garen must have told her that you tried to kill her.
I tried to convince her that I wasn't the one who set the blaze.
And she believed you?
She said, and I quote, "I shall accompany you so I may ascertain the truth myself."
I know who the child is.
Yes, let's keep going. She's always was a tough one to read.
I bet she was thrilled you came to her rescue, Mr. Sadmati. To be set free by your beloved, it's like something out of a fairy tale.
Yeah, well, there was no happily ever after once Garen's people caught up to us. They took Amara away to who knows where. I snuck back into the palace and searched high and low for her, but to no avail. They probably moved her to some remote mountain prison or the like.
Dirk, does Nayuta know about this?
He knows she's his true mother. I told him that much.
Wait, is that why Nayuta is following Garen's orders?
Most likely.
So then, do you think that deep down he doesn't really want to prosecute you?
Well, he's not one to show his feelings. And lately, I've had no idea what he's thinking. Apollo, we need to grill the queen about Amara when we have the chance.
I was wondering about something. The little baby the lady's holding. Is that Prosecutor Zadmati?
I already said it out loud, because it was kind of hinted at when we got that photo. Not necessarily. It could just as well be me. After all, we're only 1 year apart.
I don't know. I mean, the kid in the picture is too cute to be you.
Let's settle this by asking Dirk himself.
He's not gonna say.
All right, so present that picture again.
Dirk, about the cute little kid in this photo. Is that me?
Huh? What are you talking about?
See? I told you it was Prosecutor Zadmati.
No, not that either.
Oh, I see. Well, either way, it's not you, son.
So then, if it's Nayuta, it was taken when he was about a year old, right? And that would mean you ran away from Amaro around 22 or 23 years ago?
Hmm? You're pretty good with numbers, son. Impressive. Stop dodging the issue, old man.
Huh? What kind of answer is that?
Okay, dude.
Yeah, so just for clarity's sake, because you probably already said it to his ear, I know it's Rafa.
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna say it out loud because I didn't want.
And I'm calling it now because I haven't said it out loud. Her attendant is her mother.
That would imply Amara.
Well, yes.
Which would also imply that Queen Duran is literally keeping her
Yes.
in public, has been parading the real queen in public view without anybody putting two and two together.
Correct.
Which is slightly terrifying because that sounds like how psychotic she is.
Yep.
Before you go, son, there is something else I need to tell you. Something important.
What is it, Dirk? I've never seen you act so serious before. Something important. So what's the something important you have to tell me?
Listen, son. Even if you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow, I don't have long to live.
He's sick, isn't he? Huh? What are you talking about?
What I mean is, I can already hear the Twilight Realm calling my name. There is no escaping death now that it has its sights set on me.
What? Is this another one of your jokes?
I wish it was.
You can't fool me, Dirk. That's strange. Why isn't my bracelet reacting?
Are you sick? It's something like that.
So you're not joking.
I'm afraid not, son. Sorry.
Isn't there a cure? Or at least some sort of treatment?
Unfortunately not. Not for what I've got.
If you need some kind of surgery, I'll work hard until I can pay for it. So please.
It's too late. There's nothing more to be done now.
But you always say a dragon never yields, so why are you giving up now?
Hollow, I'm sorry. I really am.
I don't understand. Why is this happening, Dirk? Why?
Listen, I've got a favor to ask you. Would you keep quiet about this? I don't want my fellow dragons to find out. They'd all lose hope if they knew I was dying. Would you do that for me?
Of course. Why is this happening now? Just when I was finally starting to feel like you really are my...
Because life's not fair. Ever. Especially not in
I thought that this time we'd finally... But now... Damn it! Why?
Hello.
Listen, son. I don't have much longer to live. But I'll never let them execute me. Not before I finish what I need to do.
I know, Dirk. There's no way I'm going to let them prove you guilty. Before he goes, I'm going to turn back time by righting the wrongs that have been done.
Where's that time machine?
I'm gonna restore Dirk's freedom. And return the real smile to Nayuta's face.
By putting a boot print up his ass.
I mean, you're essentially gonna have.
I'm gonna win this case. I just have to.
We're just about done. We've got 2 more segments to go, but we can speedrun it. Son, I have one more big secret.
What? There's something else you've been hiding from me?
I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Forgive me. You'll just have to find out for yourself. That's the only way.
I don't understand, Dirk.
Apollo, in court tomorrow, you may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you, and I know you can handle the truth, no matter what it turns out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son after.
Dirk. What is he talking about? Wait, he's not gonna reveal that he actually is the killer, is he?
Looks like we've run out of things to discuss. Apollo, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Graham, now!
Release Dirk! What's going on out there?
Sounds like the party's getting started without me.
Huh?
It's coming from the temple. Let's go, Apollo, and take a look.
Alright, to the temple.
Move! Temple.
First one, top left.
Yeah. Cursor, please.
Just use the D-pad. To the gym. May 18th.
This D-pad is mushy. It would have been worse.
May 18th. Temple.
Whoa! What is all this?
What a dumbass.
What are they? Huh? Well, look at that. The people are coming to take their courts back. Don't hold back, man! Arrest them all!
You're gonna arrest a crowd. Literally. Yeah, they're gonna do exactly that to you.
Good luck.
Because they're fed up.
Good luck, y'all. May the Schwartz be with you.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Shit!
Shit, I hate it when they get tangled.
Dirt belongs to the people! Give him...
Yeah, where are you holding him?
Quiet down, you!
They have my big sister too, but she didn't do anything wrong.
Ouch! Shit! Stop pulling my hair! Release my son! Release him now! Ah, stop that! No biting!
This is really something.
And it looks like Dats and Mrs. Inme are leading the charge. You unenlightened fools, do you honestly think this will change anything? Yudi! Why do you keep serving that witch Garan?
It's... Hey, Nayuta!
You again.
What's going on here?
It would appear that the insurgents are fanning the flames of rebellion. But I never thought it would grow so large. However, they will be under arrest shortly. Reinforcements are almost here.
They'll be arrested just for protesting?
They are aiding and abetting a criminal by seeking his release. Her Eminence, Queen Garn, has ordered they be arrested and judged en masse.
But weren't you once a member of the Defiant Dragons too? How can you go along with this?
I am simply following the orders of Her Eminence who has handed down.
No, it can't be as simple as that. Listen, Nayuta, there's something I want to talk to you about. Hey, you're not getting away this time. We need to talk.
I see there's no reasoning with you. Very well then, speak.
Dirk.
Dirk.
Nayuta, do you really have to serve as prosecutor on Dirk's case? I mean, prosecuting your own flesh and blood, it's just not right.
Again with this drivel. Your ethical standards are not to be be-all, end-all of the world around you.
I'm not getting into another debate with him. Nayuta, did you know that Dirk is sick?
What?
He apparently doesn't have that much longer to live. If found guilty, he probably wouldn't even make it to his execution day.
What are you talking about?
Knowing this, are you still prepared to send an already dying man to his grave? Well? Enough with the Zen Monk Act, Nayuta. Tell me how you really feel.
Mr. Justice, each person is born with a role to fulfill, and I must fulfill mine.
Well, I'm not convinced that taking Dirk to trial is a part of your lot in life. As for why you've been at Garon's every beck and call, I think I might have the answer. Nayuta, you know the truth about your mother, don't you? About how the former queen is still alive and being held somewhere.
So Dirk told you, did he? Yes, it's true. My mother was spirited away to some remote corner of this kingdom to keep her safe from harm.
Safe from harm? But Dirk said that the Garon regime is holding her captive.
No, they are keeping her safe.
So you don't know where Amara is being held?
I only know that it is some secluded hideaway where visitors are not allowed. I have heard she leads a simple life, akin to that of monastic disciples.
Sure sounds like she's being held captive to me. Listen, Nayuta. Aren't you really doing the Queen's bidding? Because she's holding Amara captive? And this whole thing with Dirk. You know he didn't really kill Inga, don't you? Dirk doesn't have much longer to live, so I want to help him however I can. This time it's our turn.
Just skip over this. We've done this song and dance.
Yeah, like twice or three
Yeah,
times.
this is a back thing that we've already done, so just skip by it.
It's our turn to help Dirk however we can.
When you speak of is futile. Let it go and move on. The guilty verdict, the hopelessness, you must resign yourself to it all. Clinging to false hope now will only serve to magnify your future despair. So let it go and move on.
Alright, so this time, unlike the other times he said it, he's not speaking to the other person.
It's like he's saying it reluctantly to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nayuta, are you really just gonna roll over on this?
I have no more time for idle chatter. I must prepare for tomorrow's trial. Now, if you'll excuse me.
That was a slip.
Apollo, I sensed a whirlpool of emotions coming from within Prosecutor Sadmati just now. Anger, shock, bewilderment, and an icy sorrow as deep and dark as an abyss.
Yeah, I picked up on that too. Looks like Dirk really won't be the only one who will need my help tomorrow.
I think it's about time to pay Queen Garn another visit. And ask her about her sister, Amara. Right, so head to the palace.
Wait. Okay.
The audience chamber. This is yeah, there you go. This is the last thing. Oh, never mind. You might want to cut it off now.
Okay.
Because there is actually quite a bit of talking.
Okay. Alright, folks, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Thought we could get through this segment, but no.
It's fine.